Hey everybody, welcome to Hook and Hunt TV Live. Thanks again for joining us for this next episode. And we've got a great guest coming up here, Sam Gaylord of Old Barn Taxidermy. Got some cool stories, got some stuff to tell you. They've been around a long time and they do incredible work. So we're going to get to Sam in a minute. First of all, got to thank Dakota Lithium Batteries. Whether you're on the grid, off the grid, get rid of your old batteries. Do what I did, switch everything over to Dakota Lithium. 11-year warranty. They last longer. Have, yeah, I said 11-year warranty on them. They last longer, half the weight, charge in half the time. Go to dakotalithium.com. That is the place for your next battery that will last you forever. So without further ado, we want to talk taxidermy tonight. So we're going to bring in my friend Sam Gaylord from Old Barn Taxidermy. Sam, what's going on at the Old Barn, my friend?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us tonight. You guys have been swamped lately. Every time I go into that shop, folks, and I'm not kidding you, every time I go into that shop, it's running around like literally one of those animals with their heads cut off that they're getting ready to mount because it is always busy there. So tell us, man, what's been going on? What's been going on at the Old Barn?
I tell you, what's really happened here lately is Linda and I went down to Texas and shot some critters down there. So that was just incredible. I shot a nice little black buck, and then Linda shot an oryx. So we really haven't been here for about a week. We've been out playing.
Well, thank God you have a great staff that can handle things when you're gone. You guys have taxidermists for all folks. They handle bears, boars, ducks, deer, geese, waterfowl of all types. I want to show you a picture here, which I think is pretty neat. Let's go to I got to show you this. This is just some of the stuff they do. Now, when would you think? Now, I know one of the guys is going to chime in. No, that's not somebody's ex-mother-in-law. That is a big flathead catfish right there, but that is pretty cool. But there's all kinds of great stuff going on. And if you look at this guy here, look at that one. That is a big greater bluebill that those guys
right there.
Oh man, thank God for the good looking duck, because I'll tell you. But now, so you guys handle all kinds of stuff, but I'm really impressed. Those bear mounts, Sam, and I think that's what kind of got you into this. You absolutely love bears. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I tell you, I started bear hunting back, I don't know, 1993 or so, and I just fell in love with them. I mean, I just absolutely adore bears. And as I started maturing into my taxidermy business, I kind of want to set myself apart from everybody else in the industry. And, everybody does whitetails, and I do a nice whitetail. I mean, I love whitetails too, but not a lot of guys do great bears. I mean, bears, they're all different. You got tall, short, fat, old. I mean, they're like humans. They just one way or the other, they different themselves. Well, what we do here in our studio is we make the mannequin, the form, actually fit the hide, where you'll see a lot of bears that are taxidermied where they tuck stuff away and you literally lose inches of that bear. So, and just I got a mentor. His name's Dave Smith, and we call him Uncle Dave. He's up in Wisconsin. I met him at a show. He had a beautiful bear there, and we just fell in love with his bear. We were just talking to him, saying, I really want to do this someday and be good at it. And he said, well, come on up. So I went up to his house, and I've spent many nights on his couch, and he put me through the boot camp on him and showed me how to read reference, how to alter forms, and really took me to that next level, Jim. I mean, they're nice. I mean, they're really nice. And I'm not a guy, I don't always love my work. I mean, I'm always critical because that's just who we are. And I got to tell you, my bears, I love them. I mean, when I'm done with them, I sit back, I look at them, and think, that's a nice piece. So
I'm going to show this picture again because I think this is really an incredible shot right here, Sam, with just a couple of the bears that you had and reference how big those black bears are. And folks, I've been in that shop a number of times, and to see stuff from the stages that it goes through, it's really pretty incredible. I think it's one of the reasons that Sam and I hooked up, and I'm always attracted to people. I want to spend time with people who are passionate about something, whether it be fishing, whether it be the job that they have. And there's no doubt that the people at Old Barn are passionate about what they do. And you guys also have a full service tannery.
We do.
And you're also doing some deer processing now. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? Because folks, there's just a whole lot of things they do besides this. You'd be amazed at really how large this place is. And Sam, just go a little bit into that tannery stuff.
Yeah, we have like 25 employees here at the old barn. We got 3 locations. We have this is our main location here in Iowa. We have a fully staffed location just north of Denver, Colorado, in a little town of Longmont, where I got 2 taxidermists out there. And then we have a satellite location, it's old barn over by Rockford, Illinois, with the smokehouse, a place called gotdeerdown.com, if you look for them. But anyhow, when I got that relationship going with the guy over at the smokehouse, he actually had seen one of my taxidermists work up in R&R Sports up in Quad Cities, and he was looking for at the time for a taxidermist to come aboard with him at his wild game processing center. His name's Bill. What's Bill's last name? Bill. What is it? Barker. Bill Barker up there. But anyhow, Bill come down, met with me, and he rolled in our driveway. And the first thing he said, "Geez, you got something going on. I got trailers of semi trucks out here with dry storage and cold storage. I mean, that's how many hides and stuff we handle a year." He said, "Well, you got something going on here." He said, "Can you meet these dates? Can we do this? Can we do that?" So the first year we got involved with him, he took in like 75 heads over there on his shop, and we knocked them out of the ballpark quick. Well, as I'm rolling his heads back and forth, I'm seeing, what kind of advantage it is to have a wild game processing center. So come home, talk to my kids, my wife, and I said, we really need to offer this. That way we can be more of a one-stop shop for the deer. So last year with the COVID and everything was going on, a bunch of the butchers and processors around us decided not to take whitetail anymore. I mean, they were that far backed up with pork and with beef. So we decided, we're going to swing at the fence for this one. So we set up, I think it's a 16 by 44. It's one of those buildings that the Amish make, and they bring it in on a skid and they just set it down. We got that set up. We put a skinning room in the back with all concreted, and in the middle of it we put a big cooler, and then we've got a big cut room on the north end of it. And then for our reefer trailer, I took a 54-foot reefer trailer and I put 3 rows of I-beams in it. So like when the deer hunter comes in, he actually brings the deer, we back up to the reefer, we're able to hang that thing up, roll them into the back. We keep that about 36 degrees or something like that. And then my people can work those out and bring them in and skin them down, and quarter them goes into our cooler. And then from there it goes out to the meat cutting people. But I'm really, I'm a picky guy. Very, very, I don't want to say anal because that's kind of a crappy word, but if I am not going to feed it to my own grandchildren, I'm not going to feed it to you. Right. So you might not get the yield from our deer that you might get at the local deer guy that does 500 to 600, 700 of them a year and just butchers them. But what you get from me, you're going to wish you had more. I mean, it is that good. And I tell everybody, I'd rather give you something that you run out of versus something that you need to throw away next October to make room for the new deer to come in. And I'm not going to scare people. I mean, we still get a nice yield, but I'm not cutting every chunk between the ribs. We don't do that. I mean, if it's gross, I don't want to eat it. And right. I want to give you something that you can feed your grandmother. And grandma might not like deer, but she ain't going to know she's eating deer here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's been tremendous for our business. I mean, it literally, I had people come from Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, all over that couldn't get a deer in. And they bring it down. They walk into our showroom here. They say, "Oh, shit, boy, you guys do nice work." I said, "Well, thank you." And before you know it, they just left it. They, so they get back their deer head, they get back their loins, they get back their fancy burgers and everything. So,
well, we're going to say hi to a couple people. Plus, there's a question for you here, Sam. I want to say hi to Rick Reed, Robert Strusky. Hi, Don. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Patrick Peterson. Robert Strusky has a question here for you. He said, "Are you able to do a replica of my first muskie from a picture?" Can they do that, Sam?
We can. What we do at that point, we like to have somewhat of a length and a girth, but we can get that kind of from the picture. Okay. But then we actually will order the blank and have it painted. Yes.
Okay. So Robert, if it's a 45-inch muskie, don't be saying it's a 52 because he's going to know. All right. So I mean, you can do that.
Maybe it was a 45 and he wants a 52. We can
that's too. Yeah. Maybe you guys can agree on something in the middle. Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever they want.
So, Ray Rutledge just said, "Hi, Sam. Picky is an understatement."
I love Ray. I grew up with Ray. I tell you, I owned sporting goods stores my whole life. And
Yeah.
back in like the early 90s, Ray, we shot bows together all the time. So, hey, Ray, how you doing, brother?
Hey guys, while I'm thinking about this now, just to show you some of the picky work that Sam was talking about. I'm really impressed with their ducks and geese, and as well as everything else. But check out this wood duck and look at the mount on that. That there is time, there is quality, there is effort, there is pickiness involved, and before these things go out the door. This is not just something that a one and done shot. There is time, there is precision involved in this, and that's what you get. That's what you get at Old Barn Taxidermy. Sam, talk a little about your outpost locations, because as this video is on longer this week, and we are going to do a contest, folks, coming up. So make sure you stay to the end of this. There'll be people coming in from different states as they see this video in the next couple days, where you have outpost locations. So explain that a little bit more.
Well, we've partnered up with several different either businesses or individuals all over the Midwest. So I'm kind of reading from a cheat sheet here.
Right.
Of course, our biggest one is up there in Rockford at the Smokehouse with GotDeerDown.com. He's one of the largest wild game processors probably in that whole area. So we got hooked up several years ago with Kurt Geyer. Kurt's with the Working Class Bow Hunters podcast. He's in New Windsor, Illinois. I got Trevor and Tiffany Finch. They're over in La Harpe, Illinois. See, we're a border taxidermist, and by Iowa law, you're not supposed to cross the border from a CWD contaminated area with a deer with a brain stem in it and brain in it.
Okay.
Well, I ran that all the way up through everybody I could in Des Moines, and Colt was giving me some more here. But anyhow, they can't define what area means. Doesn't mean state, doesn't mean zone, doesn't mean county. Nobody can define it. So I told my conservation officer, I'm going to do my best to stay ahead of this. So a lot of these drop-off stations are in that Illinois corridor. And what happens is the hunter gets the deer down. They can take it to that station. They do all the paperwork. It goes immediately in the freezer. And then I go pick it up, or one of my drivers or whatnot. And then we actually take that to a facility I have over in Iota, Illinois, and we cape them animals out, knock those horns off. That way we can legally bring it across in Iowa. But we actually, with the internet, with the power of Facebook, we get work from all over the United States. I mean, it's crazy how far this reaches. I do that. What's going on at Teal Soul Barn on Fridays? I try to hit it every week. It don't always happen every week, so sometimes I'm gone or whatnot. But I mean, sometimes that gets 8,000-9,000 views. I mean, it's the power of the internet is wonderful.
It's amazing. And matter of fact, just let you know that your table's shaking a little bit. I thought you were in an earthquake there for a second. So don't do that. I was getting worried about you, buddy. Hey, I got another question here for me from Rick Reed, longtime fan of the show. Hi, Rick. He said, Sam, can you repair older mounts, specifically a bass?
We can, Rick. I'd like to take a look at those. You can send me pictures or send them, get it to us through Facebook or whatever. We take a look at them. Typically, we just got a muskie in. The head was just clear junk on it. It was like a 1960s mount. So what we're going to do is we're actually cutting the head off and put a reproduction head. We use just regular aircraft stripper, strip the paint off of it, fix up everything, and repaint it. So, yes, you definitely can do that. It's not cheap by any reason, and it's not going to look like it did a fresh fish done today, but we can take them older fish and we can repair them and give you something you love to look at the rest of your life.
Now, Sam, I know you're a pretty humble guy anyway, but I'm going to bring attention. If people look behind him, those are some of the awards that Old Barn has won, and you've got a great team over there, and you've got to be proud of all that.
I am very proud. I tell you, it's almost humbling. I tell everybody we're not the best taxidermists, and I will never claim that. There's always somebody better out there. I mean, there's some guys right now that are doing some just extraordinary work, but what we do here is rock solid every day. We try to meet the demand and meet the time frame and be at a decent price. With that being said, the work kind of speaks for itself, but the blue ribbons are really icing on top of the cake. This is all stuff I've won right here. I don't know which way to go.
There you go.
But I've been fortunate over the years to compete at a lot of different state shows. I compete at the world level. I haven't ever won a best in the world, but I won a best of category in the professional division of the world with a bear rug. I did win a second place in my category in the Masters with some night crawlers. Jim, you probably didn't know this, but I mount night crawlers. They're reproductions, but I made them. It was a fun thing.
If you won something for it, congratulations.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I won all around in Iowa. I won just multiple state champions, but like I said, God gets it right. I mean, they're all God's creation, and I can't even touch what God gives you. And like I said, I look at it, and I think, oh, but the customer comes in and they're like, oh, so.
Well, one of the customers, I'm going to put this picture up here because this is a really cool deer mount. There's one of your, I love that one with the long tines on it. I thought that was just a really, really cool mount. And what I like about your guys is every week you show your customers, you show some pictures. Colton put some great pictures up there from the customers, and it shows satisfied customers that Old Barn produces week after week. I'll say before we leave, I want, if you would stick up that T-shirt, folks, we're gonna have a little contest here, or whatever you got there, Sam. What are we giving away tonight?
We're giving away an Old Barn T-shirt. So whatever size you want, we make them right here. It's another one of the little things we do here.
Now I will tell you guys this. So here's what you got to do, all you people, and we're not going to give it away tonight. I'm gonna let this go for a couple days, but you go to Old Barn Inc. That's oldbarninc.com. Sam's already talked about it. This should be an easy one for you guys, but you got to write in the comments. Tell me the two main locations that Old Barn is at, not the satellite locations, just the two main locations. It's right there on the website, but you have to go to Old Barn Inc. to find that. Put it in the comments. Tell me that. I will pick a winner like we usually do, and Sam will send you guys an Old Barn T-shirt. And I've got a couple of them. I'm telling you, they're very comfortable. But hey, Old Barn supports Hook and Hunt TV. They've been with us for several years now. They're great people. They produce great quality products. Go check out their website and find out why your next trophy deserves the talent that Old Barn has. They have tons of awards, tons of happy clients. I'm one of the satisfied individuals from there. And a lot of you that are commenting on here tonight seem like you are as well. And you have my word that if you hook up with Sam and his team at Old Barn Taxidermy, you will be extremely pleased. Sam, why don't you tell them more about how they can get a hold of Old Barn? Tell them your contact information.
Best way would be just go to the website. I direct all the phone calls to Colton. He's my youngest son. He takes care of all the administration, the customer service. My oldest boy, Zach, he actually runs the tannery back there. Our daughter's here. She runs our rugging department. So it's kind of a family thing. But best way is just 319-470-8117. Facebook is huge. You can get on Facebook and see all that contact information. And we got a wonderful website that Colton built. So pretty much easy to get a hold of us with the information that's out there now with social media and whatnot. But we would love to have as many customers as we can. I mean, I got kind of a different gig here, just like our deer heads. This year I think we took in 448, and we're gonna have them all back by October 1. But I've got 4 different people working on them. I got one set of people that just was skinning, cleaning, and getting them tan. They come in. I got one gal or one guy that's getting them prepped ready for Julian. Julian's my whitetail taxidermist, and he's amazing. I mean, I met him years ago at a show. He's a younger guy. I mean, in his early 30s, and I seen the potential in him, and he started working for me part time. And a couple years down the road, he moved his whole family here, and he's full time with us now. Now he's on the award winning side of things. He just pulled off his first blue ribbon in a pro at a show in Iowa. He's won a lot of People's Choice Awards, and those are really the special ones, because the blue ribbons behind you, that's from a judge that knows what he's looking at. I mean, and they're nitpicking every little thing of that. But a People's Choice, that's our customer. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's the end user. So when you get some People's Choice stuff, that's really pretty cool.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because Ashley McLean just hopped on, and she says Sam does absolutely fabulous work. And I think it's really nice that some of your customers are coming on.
Paints all of my bears.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Ashley, glad you
paints all of my bears.
She does she really? That's what she does?
Yeah. She's been painting for us. She works in the rug room and she paints all my bears. She does an amazing job.
You know what? I think I met her when I went back there that one time. So
I'm sure you did.
That's great. That's great, Ashley. Thanks for hopping on and joining us with that. I want to say hi to a couple people that are on here before we leave. Bo Sarver, hey, how you doing? Oh, by the way, my wife says hi. Rhonda says hi to you, Sam, and to
Hi,
Linda
Rhonda. How are
too.
you, honey?
So Patrick Peterson, hi, how you doing? Don Morse from Florida, thanks for coming in, guys. Lovely turnout tonight. Absolutely fantastic. I sure appreciate it. Remember, here's our contest, folks. Here's our contest before we let Sam go. You got to go to Old Barn Inc. Do that right now, okay? You can do it right now. Go to Old Barn Inc. Actually, wait till the end of the show because I got some more discount codes for you. But go to Old Barn Inc. Comment in the comment section. What are the 2 top locations for Old Barn Taxidermy? Put those in there. Next couple nights, like we usually do, we'll announce a winner and Sam will send them a t-shirt. Pretty cool contest from Old Barn Taxidermy. Sam, I'm going to let you go. Please.
Hey.
I appreciate you being here. All my best to Linda, to Colton, to everybody there. God bless you all. I love you guys so much, and continue the best work that there is out there. And I love what you guys do.
We appreciate it. I tell you what, we appreciate you. We love your show. I don't know if people know this. I fell in love with you before we even know one another because, I'm into that duck hunting deal. And that's kind of how we found one another, through YouTube. Yeah. I was watching those videos of yours, and you got an amazing platform, my friend. I appreciate you.
Well, I'll tell you what, I hope this year, we've been trying to work it out. Let's see if we can get that duck hunt scheduled this year. Both our schedules get crazy that time of year, but let's just try.
For a couple old guys, we stay busy.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right, my friend. God bless you. I'm going to finish up this show and this contest. Thank you, and thanks to everybody there.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
You too. What a fantastic guy. Folks, if you have not been to Old Barn Taxidermy, please, please, please check it out. They're absolutely fantastic, God-fearing, God-loving people. They are wonderful, and they do quality work. Once again, I want to thank Dakota Lithium Batteries for sponsoring this show. They are fantastic. On the grid, off the grid, get rid of your old battery. Do what I did. Switch everything over to Dakota Lithium. You will be happy. You did. Now, for that contest, again, let's talk a little bit about the contest. Make sure you go to Old Barn Taxidermy and tell me or find out where the 2 locations are. When you do that, then comment in our comment section below this and tell us where those 2 locations are. I will pick out a name, and Sam will send you a very cool t-shirt. Now, of course, we're always going to show you the codes. You want to go to Lure Parts Online and get something from them. Put in the code Hook and Hunt. You get 10% off. Prime One Camel, the best fishing shirts. Their new performance hoodies that we wear on the show are phenomenal. It's a pattern you see behind me. That's Prime One. Go to primeonecamel.com, put in the code HERO1. You will get 15% off. Oh, Fish 419. Best sunglasses on the planet. That's what we use. We got some new models and new colors. Ladies, you should be interested because there's some really cool lenses coming out from fish419.com. Go to ThanksJC, or go there, put that code in ThanksJC, and you can get 10% off. We support at Hook and Hunt TV and Hook and Hunt TV Live. We support autism anglers. I hope you will as well. Put in the code Hook and Hunt 10. Otherwise than that, my friends, thank you so much for joining us. We'll have actually a new episode of Hook and Hunt TV probably coming next week. Just always tune into our Facebook page as well as YouTube. Thanks for joining us from there. And thanks for joining us on the Pride Outdoor Network on Roku. So until the next time, thank you so much for everything, and thank you for being here. God bless you. I'm Jim Crowley. We'll see you soon.